Okay, we're here with El Tigre, Adrian Granados. You're on the Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola pay-per-view undercard. Just tell us about what you've been up to, man. It's been a minute since we've seen you.
Just took a year off just to regather myself. The last fight I had with Robert Easter was pretty heartbreaking. I mean, you land more. I landed a total 150 punches more. I landed a better percentage in jabs and total punches. And then afterwards, from what I hear, is I was at the hotel room having dinner with my family. I'm taking pictures with his family. I'm asking how's he doing. They're telling me he was going to the hospital. So I'm at the hotel having a good time, and he's at the hospital. But I lost the fight. So. But I mean, that's just the way it works sometimes. Now I've regrouped and regathered myself and made some changes, to my lifestyle, changes in my camp, and just looking to make a fresh start and get a second win in my boxing career. I'm coming for a strap, nothing less. Just got to get started Saturday.
140, 147, or wherever the
Either or. We're doing this fight at 147. I believe I can still make 140 though. We got that big fight coming up with Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. Jose Ramirez won his WBC belt by beating Amir Imam to a decision win. I stopped Amir Imam before that, so it's like I've always felt like that was my belt. I think Jose Ramirez is a great champion. He's a great ambassador for the sport. But, like I said, I feel like he's been walking around with my belt this whole time, and now he's getting a fight for all four belts. Like, I feel like I could have been in that mix. After I got that big upset win at 140 5 years ago, I've just been getting served to welterweights, Now, finally, I am a welterweight, and it's going to be a different story. I know the last time I was at welterweight, I fought Danny Garcia, got my first stoppage loss. But we've done our research, and Danny knew something was up with me. He actually checked on me after the fight, because he knew it just wasn't the Adrian Granados that he was expecting. And turns out, we've done our research, I have COVID antibodies, and I've never tested positive for COVID.
When you fought Danny?
When I fought Danny,
wow.
I had the flu probably 7 weeks out, and I was bedridden for 4 weeks, and even the doctor was like, this is one of the worst flus I've ever dealt with. He was giving me all types of medications, all types of antibiotics. I was on a breathing machine. I ended up with bronchitis, and I was trying to actually cancel the fight, but it wasn't really an option, so I had to take the fight. I feel like I won the first round, and then after that, I was like, that's it. I got nothing left.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I take nothing away from Danny Garcia. He's a great champion. I just, if there's any rematch I want, I would love to run that one back.
Yeah.
Healthy, exactly.
Yeah, healthy. How do you go about this part of your career, man? As you're saying, a lot of fighters got the opportunities that maybe you wish you had at one point, How do you maximize this part of your career,
Just pretty much, just gotta take advantage of every opportunity I get now. I'm gonna be a little smarter now. I'm being self-managed myself, and I've learned, over the years, some of the ins and outs of the business. It's a shady business. You gotta be on your P's and Q's with every little thing, every little detail. And, just like I said, you gotta be aware of, the way you carry yourself and the company you carry yourself with. So, just like I said, looking to make a positive foot forward and just start making another charge towards the world title.
Yeah, I know you're focused on what's going on with you, but this card here, man, the main event, Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola, is carrying the entire pay-per-view. What do you expect from both fighters, man? It seems like both of them are in career best shape, and they put in a lot of good work, man. They're looking physically good. Mentally, they're saying all the right things. Who do you give the edge to? How do you see this fight playing out?
Man, I don't know. I'm excited, because like you commented, it's definitely, it looks like the best fight they've both ever been prepared for. They're both in the best shape that I've ever seen them in their careers. It's exciting, we've over the years the Mexican has developed, and now we have heavyweight, so that's good. I'm happy for that. Obviously, Andy Ruiz, the first Mexican heavyweight of Mexican descent. Chris Arreola has been a great ambassador for us to be the first big-time heavyweight, that we had. So, I'm a fan of both of them, and I'm looking forward to watching that fight as well. May the best man win.
Speaking of Mexicans, man, Canelo, he's out there. He's beating everyone, man. He's untouchable. Where would you rank him amongst the all-time greats? Everybody seems to be throwing shade at him from fighters in the past, fighters in the present, but it looks like he's climbing up that ladder, man, and he's probably up in the top 10 in terms of the best Mexicans in the history of the sport?
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely put him in the top 10. I kind of understand why the slack he gets. It's sometimes the way he carries himself. I think, he's kind of he doesn't give a damn, what they think about him. He's going to say what's on his mind. So, it's respectable, but also that's what's tarnishable, unfortunately, that's the day and age where, everyone's got their own criticism. But I think he's doing great. I think he's great for the sport. I feel like I almost feel like he's like the stock for boxing, because it's like whenever a Canelo fight, the stock reboosts. Every time a Canelo fight happens, the sponsors, the venues, the world of boxing, everything just benefits. So he's really big for boxing, and he's a great ambassador for boxing as well. He carries himself the way a fighter should. He's always in shape, and he's always just ready to go. And he's in the power seat right now.
Definitely looks like he's ready to go on May 8th against Billy Joe Saunders. What's your predicament? What's your prediction in that fight, and how do you see things playing out, man? Does Billy Joe stand a chance in this fight?
I give him a chance to give him some good work. Probably make him work a little harder than he has recently. But I definitely see Canelo winning in a dominant fashion.
Speaking of Canelo, man, you mentioned the fights he's had. He's looked better and better. Yourself, man, the opportunities that you want, is it time for maybe Adrian Granados to look outside of the sport for the opportunities? Maybe like an exhibition or something. You see how the sport's heading a certain way. Trailers involved now. They got a lot of money. Would you be open to that kind of fight at this point of your career, man, just to secure your future and your family's future,
It's not a bad thing what's going on, of course, I feel like it's kind of a spit in the face to the real fighters like myself, but I've had plenty of fans that tell me, oh, you should, go beat one of them YouTubers up. I'm with whatever, it looks like it's more of a business. I like I said, more power to them. They're doing well. Obviously they're bringing attention to the sport, which is good for us. But yeah, no, I definitely would. Everybody knows me. I don't turn nobody down. I ain't afraid to fight nobody. Size don't matter to me either, so it's whatever. But yeah, no, like I said, I think it's healthy for the sport, and I think it's bringing the attention that we've been losing as of late. And I'm glad that just the fight game altogether, boxing, the exhibitions and UFC. That was a great UFC event that just happened this past weekend. I think. The fight game altogether is just at an all-time high right now, and we need to just keep that going.
You seem like, I think you're the perfect candidate for like a Jake Paul now. It looks like he carries one-punch power, man. Maybe he doesn't have the nuances, if that's the proper word, to compete with you, but it looks like he might be dangerous with one punch here, one punch there.
Yeah.
Would you be open to like a Jake Paul fight, man? What do you think of Jake Paul? Does he look good? Is he real? Is he not?
No, I checked him out. He's definitely real. Like, he's been in the gyms and he's been, doing what he's got to do. But I think as far as real fighters, I don't think he'll fight a real fighter. If he fights me, I wouldn't be surprised, just because I'm so much smaller than him. That's why he would probably fight me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I take a punch. I could take a punch, and what happens when you don't knock out that guy? And even if he were to drop me, I'll get up. And I doubt that he would have the experience that I do to get around me. I've sparred heavyweights, I've sparred light heavyweights. It's certain elements to the game that a veteran like myself, I've already been boxing for 16 years. Like, I'll take a fight with Jake Paul. I'd beat him up and just, I'd show him the other ins and outs. He got that one-punch knockout, but what happened when somebody could take that, or if someone could slip with it and give back something? So, it's like I said, I got nothing against him, and he's doing well for the sport. I think I know there's a Kendall Gill, former NBA player, has been calling him out from Chicago. But if he were to fight me, I'd welcome it in open arms.
Yeah. What do you think about the exhibitions? Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul just announced their fight June 6th.
Well, I can't argue with money, and there's a substantial amount of money. If they need a cut man, They need a assistant either side. I don't care. Just give me 3%. I'll be there. This is who I look like. And I got all my stuff up there, so I won't even leave the site. Just tell me where to be.
Yeah.
Because that's a good one.
Yeah. What do you think about Logan Paul, man? Is he any better than Jake Paul? And does he stand a chance against Mayweather?
I don't
That's
think
gonna
so
be a
at all. I
massive
mean,
event.
it should be a massive event. I mean, the size difference is crazy too. But I mean, yeah, Jake Paul's the one who's undefeated. Logan Paul, he lost to another YouTuber. So I mean,
What's the weight on that?
I think Logan Paul can't come in any heavier than 190, and Floyd can't come in any lighter than 160, I guess. Or heavier.
Wow, is they that scared of?
So there's a 30-pound gap there, I think.
Yeah, but that tells you that they're very frightened of Floyd because of the weight differential. Because first of all, I doubt if Floyd can even hang around. Maybe he can't hang around 160, 162, but that's tops for Floyd.
yeah, Floyd doesn't
You know what
get
I
that
mean?
big. He doesn't even like when he's I think when he fought De La Hoya, he couldn't make 160.
Yeah, he
No,
could.
160, if he wanted to, I think, because I don't think he gets that big. He stays in tremendous shape. The thing is that, I hope to see. I wish that Floyd had the punching power to really knock. What's that guy's name? Sean Paul, whatever.
Logan Paul.
Well, who? What's his name?
Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Hogan Paul. Mogan Paul. Okay, whatever the hell his name is. That son of a bitch make more money than real fighters, and that's a goddamn shame. So I wish it was some guy like Fury that could knock him, kill that son of a bitch. I mean, to be, I hate that when guys that don't do the work that real fighters do,
Yeah.
and some of these hard-earned fighters never seen like a Ricky Hatton, never seen that type of money.
Yeah.
Or a Mickey Ward. Those are real fighters, and this guy's making all that money just because he's a fag. It doesn't get. I just want to hope that Floyd beats him up good.
Yeah. What do you think of that, man? He just mentioned it about the real fighters not getting the opportunity to fight for that kind of money, seeing them fighting for all this amount of money, and you make your money too, but it's a little more hard-earned, and it's nothing close to that. But I mean,
That's why I said, like, I feel like it's kind of a spit in the face to the real fighters who, we dedicate our lives to this sport, and I mean, we've worked so hard. Like I said, I've been fighting for 16 years already. I did 4 years of amateurs, about 70 amateur fights, and that's little compared to many other fighters, like other fighters that get up to 300, 400,
Listen,
500.
right now, if Floyd was to fight him, I'll break the contract with this fight. They can suspend us for life to go fight Floyd, and we'll be better off. With the money that we make from that Floyd fight, what they paying that Sean Paul, you can retire.
Yeah, well, no, like I said, it's a shame, but unfortunately, we're in the day and age where the social media runs the world. I mean, these are YouTube guys. If it depends, so a lot of these, it's funny, fighters, or not even fighters, but people tell me, I gotta be more active on my social media. My thing is, no, I'd rather be at the gym or enjoy my time with my family or do whatever I want. Why do I have to record and take pictures of everything I do? But unfortunately, it's just the day and age where we live, so that's why everyone's drowned it into their phones. They record everything.
Nobody wants your picture. You're Mexican. If you was white with lily blonde hair and blue eyes, they love you.
so Adrian, what's the goals this year, man? What's the end game for Adrian Granados? You've been in the game for a long time, and like you said, you gotta take these. You want these opportunities. You gotta secure your financial future and all that, man. So what's the end game for Adrian Granados? You've been through a lot.
Just become a world champion before I retire. I plan on becoming at least a 1 or 2 time world champion. I should have already had a shot at a belt. I haven't even had a shot yet, like I said. But I just got to get wins, and that's it. So that's why we're focused on winning on Saturday and just take it from there.
All right, Corey, anything else you guys want to add about anything coming up? A gym opening or something?
We're serious about that fight with Floyd. Floyd, if you want to fight a real fighter, there he is, Adrian Granados. We're ready to break this contract here and go over there. Now, I know he ain't white, so he ain't going to get no much money. They'll give you the nickel and dime because, they call him, Mexican, they'll probably give you a burrito, okay? So.
Yeah, no, I just want to say I want to dedicate this fight to El Carnalito Steven, who we had just lost just recently, a close friend of the family, and may rest in peace. This fight's for him.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate you, Adrian, coming down here, giving me the time, man. And it's good seeing you, and good luck on Saturday.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.